From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LALATE.
It's a big evening of Evenings LA with incredible news about your fourth stimulus check updated 2021. But the breaking news out of South Africa and California tonight is Omicron is in U.S. soils. Identified as this first identified case in San Francisco, and the person was vaccinated. I have the latest breaking news from California tonight. But we're going to be cutting to that big recon that is off to the Senate and is in the Senate tonight. There may potentially be a vote over in the House tonight as well. All the latest breaking details in a jam-packed Evenings LA tonight. We're going to go over this incredible recon that has lots of checks going on top of what the House passed. The House got a lot of checks in there, and those changes coming from the Senate will be robust. The House checks are amounting to $40,000 to $50,000 for you. I'm going to show you how it's going to be a huge payday. Best payday you ever see on this channel. But we're going to go over the big money available to you right now under third stimulus. Thousands of viewers have gotten thousands of dollars this week. And you're going to meet one person who got $850,000 from this recon. And if you missed the breaking news at noontime, the largest payout ever seen in the history of this channel for one family, you're going to be shocked. It's six figures and it's astronomical. We're going to go over that student loan debt forgiveness, and we're going to go over to this stimulus and why people are getting some of that COLA raise in December. Those great, incredible details as well. And then we have the latest details about a brand new show coming to this channel you never heard before. It's coming and I'm very excited for you. But the big news tonight is Omicron identified in San Francisco, and it is an individual who traveled from South Africa to California, was vaccinated, and still got it. It's shocking, it's breaking, it's tonight. I have the latest details about that vote on the House. That's huge news for your recon. And then the one family that got six figures under third stimulus is the biggest we've seen on this history of the channel. We got a big recording tonight, folks. I'm excited you're here, and this is Evenings LA. Hey, good evening, everybody. I hope you're having a beautiful evening, and thank you for joining me on the big night of Evenings LA. A lot of breaking news tonight, as that recon is now in the Senate. And Joe Manchin spoke about one provision he wants out today, all the latest details, and we're going to go over the incredible checks going on top of that. And yes, if you haven't heard it, two senators telling viewers this channel they're putting in an MSC. That's why you stay with me, because there's always a surprise in every recording. It comes just never when you expect it. Two senators vowing to add an MSC, and it's brand new in the last few hours. We're going to go over the big programs in that recon, and there's so far about $50,000 of checks in there before we add those MSCs. We're going to meet one family that got $130,000 from third stimulus on this channel. And this is after Johnny and his group of 32 got $850,000. Oh my goodness, we are winning. You're going to learn how to win in this recording as well. Student loan debt forgiveness and fifth stimulus, with some people getting that COLA raise already. We got a big recording. And of course, the breaking news out to South Africa will be coming up later in this recording, but going to go right into this fourth stimulus recon breaking news tonight. We have a lot of it, and third stimulus. And with that, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers at YouTube record. I want you part of this family. LALATE is now the #3 most watched financial news channel in America. I want you to hit that like button and consider becoming a member so you get an incredible newsletter, which comes out tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. and features the big money under third stimulus. Meantime, if you haven't signed up for those LA alerts, please do so right off the board. The big news tonight is that recon is in the Senate, and it pays a lot of checks. Biggest payout you've ever seen in this channel. We're talking about at least $15,000, but we're looking at potentially $60,000. We're going to go into the first cluster of 3 starting right now. Has a pay got in there for my essential workers. One more year. Yeah, baby. $4,000 of elder care, $4,000 to care for young children, $550 checks for the Pell Grant. Then big free money to repair that home if you live in a low-income community. Oh, yes. Then finally, the big CTC, $3,600, one more year, approximately. and $12,500 for the purchase of a new electric car. Wow, it is huge. Let's go to the first add-on, and that first add-on comes to the illustrious legislator from Los Angeles. Her name, Maxine Waters, and what did she get in there? She got in there free money for the purchase of your first home. She wanted $25,000. She got a little bit less, and this is huge. Yes, this is free money for the purchase of your first home. How do you get it? Stay with me. I go over all this later in this recording. Cluster number 2 got in there home repairs and paid leave, also household tax credit, and that pre-kindergarten across the board. This is a big payout, and when we talk about weatherizing your home, that is to prepare the home against natural disaster. Natural disaster, which is sort of like whenever Mitch McConnell appears on Star Search and does a singing competition. Natural disaster asking to happen. Let's go to the second wonderful add-on, which comes from the illustrious Bob Casey, the wonderful senator out of Pennsylvania. He got it in there. He wanted $250 billion. He got a little bit less. What is this? Free home health care if you're a senior and a person on disability. Wow, this is incredible. $250 billion. He got a little bit less. Let's go to the third cluster checks. This is where it's deliciousness. They got in this third cluster lots of checks. They got checks for seniors and checks for free internet. So what are they? Well, they got the free school meals for all checks, cheaper prescription medication, immigration reform. Then they got the farmers checks. They got the free internet. They got the workers independent contractors, and they got the Medicare expansion. The Medicare expansion embodies what we're looking at tonight across the board. Why? Because the House members started the ball rolling, but the senators are doing more. The House members on Medicare expansion got 2 provisions in there. Senators are adding 3 more. House members got in there hearing and the Medicaid gap fix. The senators vow to add 3 more, and that is dental vision and lowering the eligibility age of Medicare, which is exactly how they're dealing with MSC, which stands for multiple IRS stimulus check. The great news is, as you're watching this video tonight, in the last 7 days, 2 separate viewers have been told by 2 of those 6 legislators, senators, that they're putting in an MSC. This is after thousands of viewers were told this over the last few months, starting in May. They're still being reassured the same comments tonight. And when you look at that MSC, it is huge. The advocacy came first with Janet. Janet being told by Chuck Schumer's office the Wednesday before Thanksgiving that he is still putting in an MSC via Bernie Sanders. Then, yesterday, Lynn Glenn got on the phone, Chris Coons' office, and that senator staff saying in D.C., yes, he is putting in an MSC. This should be no surprise to the viewers of this channel because those 6 senators have said this over the last few months. They are Casey, Coons, Warren, Wyden, Sanders, and Schumer. These are the people we have advocated to for nearly 6 months since the month of May and been told by thousands and thousands of viewers that that MSC is going in there. When they talk about the MSC, those legislators say they want to give it to the same people who got a third stimulus check. And who got a third stimulus check? $75,000 or less, single individual, got it. Married couple, $150,000 or less, got it. Double it. Family of 4, quadruple it, they got it. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, they got it as well. They're talking about $2,000 the first month, $1,000 thereafter for up to 6 months, but you need to advocate. And that is what they are actually saying to us. They need to hear from you because guess what? The legislation is now finally in the Senate, and this is their ball of wax. This is their baseball court, and they want to hear from you, and you need to pick up the phone and call. And they've received more advocacies, more calls from the LA viewers than any organization in America. They now have in total between Congressional Senator's Office received more contacts of advocacy from LA Purple Power than any other organization, over 3 million. Everyone's amazed by the outpouring of touching stories. Now they have a better understanding of what Americans are going through. They have heartbreaking stories, and they have the voice of the people in you, LA, as you have become too loud to be ignored. Absolutely. Very, very kind. Let's read the next sentence. Please continue your encouragement for the continued advocacy as a professional voice of the people you have become, and continue this until it becomes law. Absolutely. What did Lynn Glenn say and Janet? After Janet got Chuck Schumer's office to say it's going in there, she said advocate. What did Lynn Glenn say? After she got Chris Coons' office to say it's going in there, she said to advocate. You need to pick up the phone and speak to the D.C. staffers in those D.C. offices. Next best is a voicemail. Weakest is a tweet. You want to literally speak to these people on the phone and advocate. Advocate involves telling your story, why you need it, why your family needs it, why the community, health, medical, business, financial, any reason you need to indicate. And do not use the word MSC, use simple words across the board. Who are those 6 you advocate to? Again, Casey, Coons, Warren, Wyden, Sanders, and Schumer. And also give yourself some time to advocate for your wallet. And the second half of this video, we're going to go over what that advocating for that wallet involves. It involves third stimulus. As viewers have now gotten thousands of dollars this week, and on noontime today, one individual revealed over $135,000 obtained by his family from this channel. It's incredible, and you're going to meet someone else who got $850,000. You can get these sums of money. I'm going to show you how. Then we're going to go to that student loan debt forgiveness. We're going to go to that COLA raise. As some people are getting that COLA raise right now, I'll be answering some of your great questions we've been seeing across the board. We'll be going to that big potential vote tonight. Is it going to happen? It impacts your stimulus. It impacts your recon. What is it? And then we're going to go over the incredible programs in this 4 stimulus recon, the Senate changes coming across the board, and the passage of that recon on the House, now to the Senate. Those details and more as we go into a jaw-dropping second half, and the breaking news out of South Africa as the variant has now been identified in California land in the city of San Francisco. All the latest details coming up at the commercial break as Evenings LALATE continues.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.
And the excitement continues right now in Evenings LALATE, direct from Santa Monica, California, in the state of which the first variant case has been identified of Omicron. All the latest details in the second half of this video. The Senate changes coming to that recon now off to the Senate, and the senators and their comments about it today. It's breaking tonight. A potential vote on the House. What will that vote signal? All the latest details on that. Then we turn to third stimulus, as viewers are getting huge, enormous sums, 6-figure sums on the third stimulus. I'm going to tell you how to get your bills paid right today. And we have new success stories tonight. Student loan debt forgiveness and fifth stimulus. Why are some people getting their COLA benefits in December? All the latest details across the board. Plus the breaking details out of South Africa. It's a big night, and I'm excited to hear. Coming up next is Evening Countdown right after the show, and then entering stimulus. So we're going at 8 o'clock, and then we got shows at 9, 10, 11, 30, and then 3 and 3:30 next tomorrow morning until 4 a.m. Early morning to LA, all about 4 stimulus recon, all about the programs, all about the incredible sums of money for you to get in this recon. And with that, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers on YouTube record. I want you to call this incredible family to hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000 likes. Every like helps in the algorithm ranking. And consider becoming a member to get that incredible newsletter, which comes out tonight at 7 o'clock. Form members, become a Purple Hawk today. And finally, if you haven't signed up for those LA alerts, please do so you don't not miss a video across the board. The breaking news tonight is surprising, but not shocking. Omicron, the South African variant, first deduced in South Africa. We were waiting for the first case in California or across the United States, and it has been identified here in California. The first case of the new South African variant identified in the city of San Francisco. The individual had recently traveled to South Africa, returned to San Francisco, and came down with symptoms mild, has recovered, and did not spread the condition to anyone else. What had that person had before contracting Omicron? The individual had double-dose vaccine but had not gotten a booster shot. So, very, very confusing and very fluid. But what are Middle America saying about it tonight? Is that everyone's really sort of tired of these analysts they put on TV to give you an opinion about something they don't know. No one knows the situation. All we know is the person was in South Africa, contracted it there, brought it back to America, and at the time that the person was in South Africa was double vaccinated, but not triple vaccinated, had not had a booster. So really don't know. Moderna and Pfizer both say we do not know if their vaccines or boosters prevent the contraction of the variant. That's first. Number two, they say it'll take at least 30 days to 90 days to learn whether the current vaccines work or not. Number three, Pfizer says that their specific variant booster for Omicron will be available within 90 days. Last, Moderna has the most surprising statement among all of them. All the scientists I've talked to have said that this is not going to be good, says the CEO of Moderna. So we don't know the situation is very fluid. There were reports, unconfirmed, that the president is considering a negative PCR test before you board U.S. flights domestically, even among U.S. travelers. That is among the states being considered. New York State already went under emergency orders just a few days ago with disturbing levels of ICU capacity in some counties, and now telling that if the state, if you're in a state hospital, that elective surgeries are being put off now. Omicron is troubling for many reasons. One, it has many more mutants than Delta. Number two, we just don't know anything about it. We have had no death cases anywhere. There's been less than 100 cases in South Africa, and they've been mostly mild. Restrictions on travel still remain in place, but now they're considering different type of restrictions to prevent the spread domestically as well. So what is the sense of urgency right now? The sense of urgency is to get the recon done sooner rather than later, and that's the president's message to those senators even before the news of the variant came out last Thursday. The president sees the amount of poll ratings falling minute after minute, and this is as he's not getting the recon finished. The great news tonight is his potential vote on the works. And what is that vote for? The debt ceiling limit. It's one of several bills the president has to have done in December. And finally, Republicans and Democrats agree on something, which is move the debt ceiling limit out of December, because no one has time for it. So they're all talking about having a potential vote in the House tonight and sending it off to the Senate as early as tomorrow, the day after, to get the debt ceiling limit moved out of this month and into January, so that will free up some time to do other legislation. We will see that happens tonight. If not tonight, then guess what happens next? Thursday night, 11 o'clock. Yeah, it's time for a Nancy vote. Nancy vote every Thursday at 11 o'clock. So will there be a Thursday o'clock, 11 o'clock vote? There may be. But let's turn to this incredible recon that will be freed up with moving that debt ceiling limit, which is going to happen. It's absolutely going to happen. They're going to move the debt ceiling out of December into January. And that recon is now off in the Senate. We have new details about Senate changes tonight. You haven't heard before. This is all brand new. We're going to start with these incredible programs in this recon with the paid leave. Paid leave, we're going to pay $700 million a week if you make $70,000 more per year. $800 a week if you make $35,000 more per year. $400 a week if you make $15,000 more per year. How many weeks? Up to 4 weeks per year. A lot of money. $5,000 to $6,000 on the high end. And if you live with your son or daughter and you're retired, they take off We're once a week we take you to the doctor. That's a check for them and the whole household. What's new tonight is that when we're looking at these Senate changes, this is an item Joe Manchin mentioned again today. He says, I'm not doing it. So you can go to the Mac with me. I'm not doing this provision, the paid leave. So there's three possibilities. One, they take it out right now on the Senate side, the Democrats. Two, they don't. They call the vote and see if Joe Manchin's bluff is called. I don't think he's going to vote in favor of it. I think he's going to vote against it. Or three, leave it to the Senate parliamentarian, have her take it out. I think she may take it out. Now, remember, paid leave was previously in on the House side at 12 weeks, then reduced, then out, then back in the House, which is where it is right now. So very, very fluid situation about it. I'm going to go back to that paid leave in just a second. Let's go over more of these checks in this recon. They got in there the SALT cap. $10,000 of what you can deduct in state and local taxes on the federal tax return is going away. Now they'll allow you to deduct $72,500 of what you pay in state and local taxes on the federal tax return. It's incredible. They got $40 billion of free job training in this recon. Very needed because millions of Americans are quitting their job for a higher paying job. And a lot of seniors are wanting going back in the workforce because there is so much salary raises right now. They can under fifth stimulus coming up later in this video. The Medicaid gap fix, they got that in there as well. A lot of people send me private messages daily about cheaper medical insurance. This is that. 12 Republican governor states did not want to pay for Obamacare. Now they got it in a workaround plan that provide years of subsidized private insurance to low-income uninsured people in those states, which brings us to the best provision in the entire recon, housing. $150 billion of it. The first three provisions are a repeat from third stimulus: rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and the new ones are house repairs, weatherize your home, and first-time home purchases. But the great news, you don't have to wait for fourth stimulus to get this money. You got bills to pay today, get them paid with third stimulus. Third stimulus rent, utilities, mortgage assistance has been featured on this channel for over a year. And I brought it back in just the last 2 weeks. And boy, have you done well. We're going to go over these details right now. So get that pen and paper ready. You qualify. Rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, food, and more. We're going to go over those details. But first, I'm going to start with an incredible story. I had to go back and watch the experience because I was recording. I was live on air today on Holidays LA, our most watched show of the last 48 hours. Again, you're loving the show, so I'm loving that you're enjoying it. I'm in the live chat and someone says, oh, by the way, LA, my family got $135,000 from third stimulus. Thank you so much. I was just speechless. And immediately I pinned the comment. You saw it. So congratulations to that viewer. I'm going to give a shout out to your name tomorrow when I go back and read the video and see the name. You're going to meet one viewer who got 32 people, $850,000 for third stimulus. But let's start with you. Here is you. These are new viewers tonight who got money in the last 24 hours. You're all doing so well and getting your bills paid under third stimulus by being a viewer of this channel. Here's D. Miller. I just got approved for 4 more months of rental assistance, totaling $2,800. Great job. That's D. Miller, brand new tonight. Here's Robin. I called the electric company, and they said you have 2 different organizations, and they will pay over $500. And I got a credit for next month's bill. I did another organization. I got my electric bill. I called the gas, and I got that paid in full. And then I got another $34 for another organization. Thank you for your assistance. You're an angel in disguise. I love it. You know what she did? She did exactly what I talked about. Going from one organization to another to pay the same items. You can get multiple organizations. I love that viewers like Robin are listening really well. D, congratulations, D Mill. Now, D, go get some money for utilities. Yesterday, we had Madonna in the Evening Countdown show. She was rocking it by getting rent, then 2 more months in the future, and then 10 more months after that. I love it. She's getting 3 rounds of rent. That's how you do it, Madonna. Like a prayer, no, like a reality. Love it. Go get some utilities now, Madonna. And Kathy did great the day before. She got nearly $6,000. That's the average number we're seeing about the last 7 days, $6,000. She got rent and water and electric. Thank you, LA. You're a godsend. I really appreciate that, Kathy. Very, very kind. Nice. Thank you for the very kind comments. Morel. Boy, you gotta love Morel's story. Got 1 round, then got another round, and thinks a third round's coming. Yes, Morel, great job. And there is a Mayalu. She got about $6,000. She got 3 months at about $1,000 a month, then electric, then some water. You're the brass. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mayalu. And then we have Scarpy, who got Snap. We have Jay Gran, who got $5,000. He says, I speak for all of us. We could not have done it without your love. I really love you. Back, Jay Gran. Melissa Justice got nearly $10,000. She got 3 items. Lorica got free wood into 2022 because her house is powered by wood. And Chris, I just love Chris's story. He got $10,000 from rent and utilities earlier this year from Third Stimulus from this channel. And then he listened to me saying, you can get another round. He's like, what? He said, I never would have known about this if I hadn't been still watching you. And I love getting this money and love learning about all this. And then Sophia got some utilities as well. Wow. So get that pen paper ready. You qualify. First, red state, blue state. Yes. Rich, poor. Yes. Single, married. Yes. Children, not children. Elderly, young. You qualify. And needless to say, there's always going to be someone in some states says, is there anything in my state? There is money in every single state. So get that pen and paper ready. We're going to get that incredible sums of money right now with the big money for rent. Rent has gone up so much. It was about $20,000 to $30,000. Here's the graphic about 3 months ago. Now it's at $40,000. Where do you get it? 6 places to get it from. It's featured in the newsletter. You must follow this exactly. City Hall, City House Authority. County Hall, County House Authority. State Hall, and State House Authority. And the keywords you say are rent assistance because of COVID. Rent or mortgage utility assistance because of COVID. And there you go. Here are the 3 musts. You must reach out to all 6 places. Number 2, you must get applications on the file as many places as you can. And you must get multiple rounds. So you've got a round early this year, get another round. You got a round yesterday, get another round from a different organization today. Just like that viewer did it so well. Do the same thing for mortgage assistance. Utilities. Wow, this is simple. Contact all utility companies. Utility assistance because of COVID. These numbers are going through the roof. People are getting $15,000 like Mark's brother-in-law. Snap. Wow. If you got a third stimulus check, why are you paying for food? You shouldn't. You get it from the Department of Agriculture. Reach out to them and get on SNAP. It pays a fortune. Mark's brother-in-law is getting $25,000 a year because of SNAP, because of watching this channel. His brother-in-law is going to get $250,000 over the next 10 years because he's an ally viewer. That's how you do it. That's how we rock it. Then you want to get those combos. Notice everyone this week, those success stories, everyone got at least 2 items. So everyone's listening really well. Here is Nisi. She started it. She was the first with Art Sullivan to get 3 items. Mark then at the time had 2, and I said, Mark, go get your third. He listened. He went from 32,000 to 50,000. Now he's over 100,000. We have Lorraine, who is at 105. Now she's at 120, which brings us to Johnny, who's absolutely incredible story. 3-part story. Most recent update this last Sunday. First, Johnny was one of 3 viewers who started a week with $0, but by Wednesday, each got 3 items approved, 45,000. Great. 3 days, 45,000. Pretty good. But by the weekend, by the rest of the week, he heard my recordings. Don't stop. Do not stop. So he kept on pushing, getting more programs approved. And by the end of the week, he got 7 programs approved. Why do I like that? Because Johnny had to have made 15 phone calls. You're going to have about a 50% no answer. You're not going to have 100% yeses. You're going to have some no's. You're going to have some rejections. He pushed and he got 7 programs approved. Wow, that is incredible. So how much did he get in 1 week? $80,000. Second part of Johnny's story. The following Monday, told his friends and families, I got $80,000 last week. From who? LALATE. Oh, I've heard about him. Yes. What'd they help you for? Third stimulus. They said third stimulus. I've never seen broadcast media cover this. He said they don't cover in broadcast media. LALATE does, and that's why we watch him. Let me show you how to do it. And Johnny showed them. And by the end of the week, they went from disbelief to belief, and each got $50,000. The third update from Johnny was from last Sunday. So we initially had Johnny in part 1 helping himself, then in Johnny in part 2 helping 2 family members. So what has Johnny been up to since then? Johnny has now been up to having a lot of people come over to the house and say, what have you been doing? I want to know about this thing you're doing, Johnny. And those friends and family, how many are they? 32. 32 friends and family have now reached out to Johnny. They keep on stopping over and asking what he's doing. He tells them about LA. They watch the videos. He goes over the videos with them, and he says it snowballed from them from there. I helped, with your help, 32 people, and the last count was $850,000. This is how we do it. You got bills to pay? Get them paid right today. It's third stimulus, and that money is available. And I'm excited you're here because guess what? This is the number 3 financial news channel in America. You're going to see this coverage on here. You're not going to see it on broadcast media. They don't cover this. I do. And get that pen and paper and get this money tonight. Now let's cut back into our fourth stimulus where we left off last at the housing assistance. 3 other provisions that are brand new on top of this housing is the weatherize your home. This is windows and glass and roof to sustain natural disaster. No income levels required. The home repairs, a low-income community. And then finally, the big money for the purchase price of your first home. This is money given to the seller during escrow when you want to go buy a new home. So what other provisions are in this recon? They got $150 billion of home health care for seniors and people on disabilities. It's a covered benefit. They got a $550 check, the Pell Grant check for my college students. And then one of the best provisions of recon, $12,500 for a new electric car. Now, let me explain what this is because it's totally different. If you went to a dealership last year or the year before, let's say 2019, you look at the window sticker, $30,000 minus $7,500 federal tax rebate. That means you have to pay $30,000 to the dealership. Then you file the tax return, and then you look at the mail. Still looking at the mail. Has that refund check come back? Oh, here it is. Finally, they send you back the refund check, $7,500. That's not this law. This is totally different. You're going to go in the dealership and the sticker on the window is going to say $30,000 minus $12,500. You pay $18,000 at the time of purchase. Wow. You have nothing to do with waiting around for IRS. It's huge. The second provision of this recon is very, very problematic and needs to get changed. In my opinion, it violates U.S. trade policies with Mexico and Canada, which say you cannot discourage the purchase of an item made there over an item made in the U.S. What's at issue? Let's use an example. Cadillac Lyriq electric SUV versus the Mustang Mach-E by Ford, also an electric SUV. They're both U.S. auto manufacturer. Okay, so they qualify because there's a requirement must be U.S. They're both electric, qualifies. They're both made by unionized labor. Ford union, GM union. So what's the difference? The Cadillac made in Tennessee, the Mustang made in Mexico with U.S. unionized labor. And that disqualifies it? I don't think they can do that. I think they have to change the legislation. I don't think it fits. They got $65 per month per child when they're not in school for tuition, for food. And then we get to the best provisions, Recon, the cheaper medication. Wow. Day one, 20 medications. The most expensive out there will be slashed dramatically. Medicare Part B, Medicare Part D, cancer, arthritis, diabetes. The most expensive medications there are, like an insulin dose shot, going from $1,000 to $35. And wow, what'll happen after that? It'll grow to 30 medications by year 2028, and they cannot increase more than the rate of inflation. And if they do, there's a penalty provision. Penalty provision. You can't do a penalty provision in a recon. So says the Republican Senator Pat Toomey. He says Senate parliamentarian will have to take it out. I think she's going to. I think she's also going to take out the immigration reform, which she previously said cannot go by recon. We're going to see whether she takes out paid leave. And in my opinion, if I was Chuck Schumer, I would just have her make her decision now so we don't have to guess about this later on. So what are those incredible provisions that are going in there on top of this from the senators? Well, you already seen this recon, and you already seen how it's grown. We started initially with $15,000. It ain't $15,000. It's a lot more than that. We got all the checks from third stimulus repeated, and that's about $45,000. We got the car, and that's $12,000. I mean, we're clearly over $50,000 of checks before the senators come on in. And the senators say, it's a good bill. Best bill since the 60s, but major gaps still in place. And they want to fill up those gaps. And among those gaps, of course, the MSC. That's why you need to advocate with them. And they are Casey, Coons, Warren, Wyden, Sanders, and Schumer. advocate across the board and to say what you need to add into that recon, because guess what? They say the recon's missing stuff. They're still adding those missing items in there. Which brings us back to more of those checks in that recon. Let's get that pen and paper ready and go over more of those checks starting right now. Universal pre-kindergarten, got it in 1 year. The CTC, 1 more year about that. The earned income tax credit, 1 more year. The child care credit in there as well. They got in there the home health care covered benefit, the hearing, a check. And we went over already the housing, the Pell Grant, and the $65 per child nutrition. So what else is going to go on top of that? Well, in addition to that MSC, Bernie says he wants to do in there the 3 Medicare expansions. He wants to drop the eligibility age of Medicare, number 1. Number 2, he wants to get in there vision and also dental. First, Bernie wants to drop the Medicare eligibility age from 65 to 55. I think that's a stretch. Bob Casey wants to do 60. Then Bernie wants to do 10 years of full benefits. I don't think you can do that for dental, too expensive. He also considered 3 years of full benefits. I think that works. Finally, the last time dental was in there, it was $850 checks. I don't think that works. Not enough money. Which turns us to vision. We've seen vision frame wars on this channel. So what is the vision battleground? A pair of frames and an eye exam per year. Pretty simple across the board. So they can get that done, send out a check once a year to my Medicare recipients, and we're done. Meantime, student loan debt forgiveness, let's take a detour for that for just a second. This is exciting because guess what? This would go by executive order, would not go by recon. The president has already forgiven student loan debt for individuals who became disabled after graduation, for people who went to work in the nonprofit sector, people who went to work in the public sector after graduation. Democrats should take a $10,000 offer currently on the table. Fifth stimulus and that COLA raise. Wow, this is heating up. And you got great questions about this one as well. Fifth stimulus and COLA raise. Well, that COLA raise kicks in on January 1st. And then fifth stimulus comes right behind it. They want to raise your benefits up one time, apply a new benchmark, which would be inflation, and remove the asset cap, remove the income cap, and remove the marriage penalty. And love is going to win, and you'll be able to marry your longtime love interest. That would give you 3 step ups in 1 year because COLA doesn't work as a benchmark. They want inflation as a benchmark, which is currently expected to be 2 to 3% next year. That's how we rock and roll. Now, a lot of questions have been seen about COLA and fifth stimulus in recent hours, so let me go over it. First, is there anything coming in December? Well, some beneficiaries are getting their COLA raise this month. One volunteer whose father is a retired veteran posted in the chat that his father already got the COLA raise on his December 2021 check for VA. Interesting. Number 2, Medicare going to go up because of raising up your benefits under COLA? No, untrue. Fake narrative. And finally, number 3, when we look at this stimulus, is it more or less than SS200? It's a lot more. SS200 is $2,400 tops. Fifth stimulus is a lifetime of a lot more checks. So it's astronomically more money. Finally, if you haven't become a member, what are you doing? The membership link's under this video. Get that membership link hit today, right now, to get that incredible newsletter, which comes out tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's delivered via the YouTube alert system and the LALATE alert system. You want to become a member because this is where all the big money is. Viewers are getting big sums of money under third stimulus. And how do you do it? There's 6 places you reach out to. Feature the newsletter. The keywords you say, feature the newsletter. The 5 nonprofits, feature the newsletter. And the money for Treasury, feature the newsletter. The reason why Johnny got $850,000 for 32 people is he reads the newsletter and he follows it precisely. People who do versions of what I say on this channel, they don't get from point A to point B, because that's why I'm going over very, very specific and saying you must follow it exactly. People say I called the county and I got confused, so I'm done. That's not what I cover on this channel. Not what I cover on this channel. It's all about specifics, and that's why I want you to become a member today. Meantime, did you see the excitement today on Holidays LA? It is just, it's just everything happens. Everything happens on Holidays LA. On the Thursday of Thanksgiving, Janet was on the live chat and revealed to us that Chuck Schumer wanted to add an MSC. On the show today, we had the one viewer revealing $135,000 from third stimulus. And of course, the breaking news today on Holidays LA, before we got to Holiday Decor, was the live breaking announcement, first on YouTube, first on this channel, was the location of the variant in California. But if you missed the second half of Holidays LA, which is lighthearted, all about holiday decor and more, no reason to fret. Join me tomorrow and every day at 11 a.m. live on air Monday through Friday. And here again is the excitement of Holidays LA. And the excitement continues all night long. Coming up next is Evenings LA. And tonight, you're watching Evenings LA. Coming up tonight is Evenings Countdown. And also Street and Stimulus. And meantime, if you've not watched what I've been doing in some of the chats and also online in social media, is I've been jumping into the metaverse every night. And guess what? It's coming to this channel. This channel will be delivering a new short-run limited series about the metaverse, how to make money in the metaverse, how to buy real estate, how to open your business, how to sell your goods, how to make a profit, an instant profit, how to generate revenue in the meta universe. Very, very straightforward when explained to you. Not a lot of videos, not a lot of channels, very few of them, if any, covering the detail that's about to come to this channel. It's the metaverse coming to LA in a new series, adding to the programming schedule of this channel. Very, very exciting and very important for anyone who likes to do a side business, side hustle, or has an existing business, wants to expand into another market. Meantime, of course, the big excitement that everyone's talking about is the three dramatic divas in the same room. And not Mitch, Joe, and Mansion. No, I'm referring to Javita Light, Sirloin, and also Blind 66. We haven't seen a lot of them. Sirloin last time in Rome. Today on Holidays, I said to viewers, make sure you have a heavy Christmas tree holder. Make sure your tree is a sturdy base. And someone said, as heavy as sirloin. He did not like that comment, by the way. He saw it. Yeah, he has been on a diet recently, so he does not like you saying that that your tree base should be as heavy as him. But he is back with Plane 66, which we have not seen since he last worked in Senator McConnell's office, and before that was SBA. And also Javita Light, she's always by the beaches with her scarves, even in the winter, even the summer, even in the spring. So what are they up to? We will find out as they return back to this channel in a highly anticipated special holiday short-run series called Casino. And with that, thank you for joining me on a Big Evenings LA. Excited for you to join me across the board. Coming up next is Evenings Countdown. Right after this video will automatically take you to the new hit show Evenings Countdown, then Stream Stimulus right after that. Hit that subscribe button, like the video, consider becoming a member to get that incredible newsletter tonight, and also consider hitting those LA alerts totally free so you do not miss a video across the board. Hope you had a beautiful evening. Stay informed, stay focused. Have a beautiful evening. Send me your private messages of your success stories if you got rent and utilities and more. And stay with LA for more.